Hey guys, welcome back. We got Beast Wars IDW issue 2 cover A. This is unfortunately the only cover I got this week. Next week I'll try to get the others. So, if you were impressed with issue 1, you'll be impressed with issue 2. Here's just a little recap page about them crashing, what's going on, beast forms, all that stuff. So, I got little character things here. Okay, so Rhinox is, again, you guys could pause this and read it as I go. Don't have to listen to me or anything. Read at your own leisure. I'll try to keep the words up long enough for you to pause them. Rhinox is checking out the land on his scanners. On the left we got some winter, on the right we got some desert, which I don't remember any weather elements, like weird weather elements when they first crashed on Earth in the show, but this is kind of a new take on it. It's Patchwork World. I like that. It's kind of cool. Very awesome to have flying mountains. And then, there's Rat Trap just sitting in beast mode, just kind of eating. And then, arguing about, the foods and stuff. Energon food, Energon food. What does it say? Swack. They're kind of going into, the biology of Cybertronians, especially Maximals now, especially with beast modes. And we see someone off page saying something, and now, issue 2, if you haven't seen any spoilers online yet, introduced to Vok already. And there's not one, there's not two, but there's 3 of them, and they have names now, and I don't think I can pronounce these names, but I'll give it a try. And they are kind of like in a, if you remember the old Beast Wars comics, how some of the Maximals were trapped, what was it, 1 second in the past or something, and they could see everyone else, but they couldn't be seen or something. It was, I kind of liked it. It was kind of cool and weird. So they're kind of in a, they mentioned unspace a lot. So they're kind of in unspace, kind of in a shadow dimension, I guess you could say. And they're trying to figure out now, at this point in time, what did he travel back? 4 million? Oh no, it had to be more than 4 million. At least 4 to maybe 6 million years in the past from when they were currently on Cybertron. So the Valk know nothing about Cybertronians, apparently, in this age. One's name is Pakak, and then Tikaneni? I don't know. They're very kind of old world, very old, tribal names is what it sounds like. I like this. So, earlier, let me turn back quick. If you've seen that, you gotta point it out, of course. So, Rat Trap's get off my back or kiss my, and then, we go to a scene with the Valk, and then at the end, when they go back to their conversation, skid plate. It's funny. I like it. You could already tell Rat Trap's, the smart ass. And now they go over to the Predacons. They see Tarantulas doing his thing. They talk about, okay, now remember in the show where they called Earth their experiment? They're trying to figure out if they should destroy the Cybertronians or let them continue, destroy them or let them continue to contaminate their experiment. Since we're in issue 2 already, and they're already kind of going heavy-handed on this experiment of, which is Earth, will they let us finally know? And I mean, I don't know if they ever touched that on like the Beast Wars, like the script, the lore Bible they have for the studio, if they ever touched on what the experiment actually was supposed to be. So I hope we can finally get to know what they were trying to experiment with such a strange world, because I guess spoilers if you haven't watched Beast Wars, it's been like 25 years. But like, so after the Valk were, well, not destroyed, but after the Valk like just left the scene basically, right? In a glorious explosion of Unicron spawn. um like I don't know if any other of their species, the Valk race, knew about the planet experiment Earth, and then that's why it turned into Earth. If Megatron never got hold of the golden disc, what would Earth be? But then again, where would the Maximals be without the Autobots winning and all that stuff? So I don't know, because I think I talked about this in my last comic video. Like, basically, Maximals and Predacons, they are descendants of Autobots and Decepticons, yes, but they have smaller bodies to conserve more energy. So kind of like, we used to have these big, I mean, we still have big machines, but now we're trying to do everything like smaller and more like electric with renewable energy. That's kind of what the Maximals and Predacons are. They're like updates. They're updated, whatever you want to say. And here we get to see a new character. I think you pronounce her name Nyx. She's pretty cool. She looks like a bat repair person. Tech. Optimus is like, hey, you've been working hard. How about you go out and have some fun? Spread those wings. And yes, I got time to sit down and read this one fully. And when I was reading it, especially with Primal, I heard it in Gary Chalk's voice. I was like, yeah, that's about right. Now and you know what? Here's the thing: if they make a cartoon, and heck, I don't mind this art style at all, right? So if they make a cartoon Beast Wars that's based off this comic, and they get the original cast, and that's no offense to anyone that likes these big, cool, famous YouTubers, they're not voice actors. Most of them aren't voice actors. They're just a name. If you want a name, but with reputation, with actual talent, get the original cast. As from what I've seen, a lot of the original casts that don't get cast for all these new Transformer remakes, they don't seem to be hurt by the fact that they didn't get hired to get this paycheck. They seem to be like, I don't want to say hurt, let's say offended that they weren't hired to get this role that was originally theirs. And you know what? Sometimes you can't recast. But here's the thing. A lot of these guys and girls that were in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, they love their roles. Have you ever met anyone in person? I got to meet Gary Chalk in person. And now, here's the story. Again, you could pause this if you want and just kind of read along. But I'm going to kind of tell a story. So I got to meet Gary Chalk a few years back, and that's when my little girl was very little. And she was shy, and she was crying nonstop. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I just want to say hi to the man, But, along her crying, Gary, he didn't seem like frustrated or like, oh, gosh, this kid is loud or anything. He's just like, he was nice. He's like, hey, little girl, stuff like that, And he's like, here, let me sign your stuff. And he signed all my stuff, and it was very nice to meet him. And I appreciate him. And usually you could tell a good lot of a person when you see them in like a crowded area with a lot going on, especially me. Don't get me in the mall in between November and February. I will be the meanest, angriest, grinchiest person you'll ever meet. But he was super awesome because he respects his fans. He enjoys being around his fans. I mean, who wouldn't? If you had some fans that, and here's the thing, like, as far as I've seen, there's no, like, Transformer fans that, like, 10 billion% idolize a voice actor, like, build a shrine or go up to them crying and sobbing. And I'm sure it's happened before. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being overwhelmed by seeing one of your heroes. Don't get me wrong. But there's just like, there's a more common respect than anything out there, and I think that's what keeps them liking what they do. Right. So here we go. Nyx is, she's flying around, stuff like that. Terrasaw finds her. She's out of range of communicators. Terrasaw decides to transform and start shooting. Don't know why Nyx doesn't do it. Probably heated moment. Just trying to fly away. Fight or flight kind of thing. Get zapped in the back. And there goes Terrasaw in for the swoop. Terrasaw in for the swoop. Oh. So later, at oh gosh, what was the Predacon base? Maximum was like the Axelon. What was the I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways. Megatron, how many times do I have to repeat myself? I don't wish to be disturbed. Slams rubber ducky. And Terrasaw's like, hey, trust me. Check this out. And last page. You'll want to see this. So in issue 1, they were uncertain if the Maxwells even survived. Terrasaw is like, hey, check this out. And at the very bottom, next, Tarantulas shocks everyone. And we kind of look at, I guess, a cover for next issue. We got a whole bunch of spiders. We got Nyx in a spider web. Looks like she's in robot mode. And looks like Tarantulas is going to eat her. And, I love what Dinobot said when he went in his lair. A few episodes away from just about middle of season 2, when he shot like the gazelle out of the woods, and he's like, I caught you in your sick perversions. I like that. So anyways, here's some fan art people already sent in after issue 1. There's Nyx up introduce some bats. There's the pixel art one. Don't remember what's his face's name. Fighting Dinobot. Wow. That's cute. And then here's the other cover. So they have the cover for this one. So I got this one, obviously. Here in a few days, I'm going to go back to the store and get this one. And this one's going to probably be hard to find. I got to find this one. This one. Oh my gosh. Now that is one heck of a cover. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you like it. Hopefully you get your hands on issue 2, as well as I hope you got your hands on issue 1. And have a good day and all that stuff. And let me know what you're thinking about this series so far. I'm highly enjoying it, and I will get every single issue and enjoy it and be sad when it's all over. So I will talk to you guys later. I got a lot of things going on right now. Like, I'm trying to figure out those two right there. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.